Been here 2 minutes. We've already put almost 5 kilowatt hours in. Heck yeah. Design is polarizing.
Yes.
You have eyes. As we look around, you can decide what you think about it. I have my own opinions. My opinions don't match yours.
Nope, and they don't match my wife's.
And they don't match. If I remember right, this should do auto lane changes.
That was quick.
And it was, well, there was no one around us, which helped. But yeah, native NACS.
Yep. Look at that.
So, why does this still have a start button? Ooh, battery health.
That's interesting.
Cool.
Displays the current battery capacity compared to when it was new. Hello everyone and welcome back to another EV Geek Studios review. As always, I'm Joel, he is Sebastian. This is a 2026 Ioniq 9 all-wheel drive SEL. I got that correct?
Yep.
Okay, good. This is a really nice EV SUV. I mean, we drove around the parking lot for a while. My wife came, drove it around a couple times. She loved it. Sebastian, what are your thoughts? We've been wanting to review this car for several months now.
Yeah, so these are kind of just now starting to really hit dealers around the US as I'm blinded by the sun, sorry. And so yeah, these are definitely interesting. This is kind of like the big brother to the EV9. There's a lot shared, same platform. This has a bigger battery, so it charges at a slightly higher speed. Don't know that it's any faster 10 to 80 because it's bigger, but yeah, interesting. Native NACS. This one is kind of the SEL, which is kind of your middle trim level. This one stickers at $68,000. Currently, you can do federal tax credit on them until September 30th because these are built in Georgia. And yeah, this is an interesting. The design is polarizing.
Yes.
You have eyes. As we look around, you can decide what you think about it. I have my own opinions. My opinions don't match yours.
Nope, and they don't match my wife's.
And they don't match your wife's.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, excited to take it out. You know, our very brief time in it so far seems like a really nice, solid package.
So yeah, so with this one too, we're also going to get to do a little charging test on it as well. So as always, we'll do a quick outside review of it, head on into the car, interior, infotainment, driving review, and charging review, and a charging test on it, and we'll give you our final thoughts. So stay tuned. All right, Sebastian, why don't you go ahead and give us a quick outside tour of the Hyundai Ioniq 9.
Yeah, so like the other Hyundai Ioniq vehicles, pixels everywhere. Let's go ahead and look at this front light signature. You have this full, all the way across light bar, all pixels. Your headlights, pixels. Your front grille area, you can see very subtly, pixels.
There's pixels in there. It's kind of hard to see off the glare, but yes.
Very subtle. Coming around the side, this is the SEL. This is kind of that middle trim level. These are the 20-inch wheels it comes on. How do you feel about the wheel wells or the wheel arches?
So, my wife loved them. I'm glad they're two-tone. They're okay.
I differ.
You really?
The higher trim levels, this is all body color.
Yep.
I think that looks better than these mustaches.
Mustaches.
That said, the middle trim, at least, these are gloss black plastic. I believe on the base model, they're like that flat plastic black.
So you like the gloss better?
I like the gloss better than the flat plastic. I like body color better than this.
You're very needy.
I'm coming around the side. You've got auto present door handles. By the way, this is the key. When I first saw this Hyundai key, I actually kind of thought it was neat. You know, it's clever. It's the Hyundai logo. This is the cheapest feeling key in the world. It has no weight to it, and it's a giant key fob, but they didn't bother putting a space for the actual physical key in the fob. Anyway, but yeah, auto present door handles. If the vehicle's locked, they retract into the car.
That's nice.
You do have the pixel. You tap to unlock, pops out. Boom.
Now, in some models, you can use phone key, and some models you can't, correct?
Yeah, so I believe SEL does not come with the digital key that uses Apple Wallet and all that. The Limited does, which is the next trim level up.
Gotcha.
You also see you had power fold mirrors there. When I unlock, you got a pixel on the mirror as well. You can see you got a 360 camera here. Let me unlock it again. Back, no touch, no prox unlock on the back door, which is a bit of a shame. Let's go ahead and look at the back seat, because this is where the car kind of shines.
Yes.
So we've actually got the seat slid up a little bit right now.
Because we were looking in the back.
Because we were looking at the back. So you can climb in and see how you fit currently.
So currently, I fit fine.
Yeah, so even with it slid up like that, it's fine.
Yep. So back here you have rear controls. You have heated rear seats. You can control the temperature back here. You have which is awesome, a 100 watt
USB-C on both seats.
Yes, on both seats. That's some real fast charging right there.
You also have buttons there. You can see you can slide the passenger seat forward.
Yep.
Not the driver's seat for obvious reasons.
Yep.
The center console you can also open
from the back. So if you need something out of it, you can open from the back as well. And it's a really deep console, and it actually goes down through to there.
Which was neat.
Really cool idea. Yep. Sometimes you need to get stuff out and someone's driving and can't get to it. So like a charging cord or something like that.
You can get this with captain's chairs, but you have to get that least the limited trim. But when you do that, you also get ventilated seats.
Gotcha. So lots of cup holders. So what, 3 on each side? 1, 2,
Looks like
3.
You also probably have some of that center armrest.
Oh, you do. That's so Lord. You could have multiple drinks back here.
So yeah. So if you'll hop out real quick, let's look at this while we're here.
Sure.
So third row seat on those captain's chairs, you can access. You have a button here. You also have a button up here, so you can do that. You'll see it folds forward and gets out of the way.
I'll hop back.
You gonna hop back there?
I'll hop back there. I got the gimbal. So put it back.
So you can see it kind of locks in, and then you can grab the lever and tilt however you need
So
it.
if right there at that level, it would be fine for me.
So that's where it was.
Yeah. So right there, it's actually not bad.
So look back there. Do you have USB-C ports or anything like that?
I have a 100-watt USB-C port.
Wow.
I have 2 cup holders.
You also have climate vents up on the roof.
Yeah,
Nice.
top climate vents. I got a speaker over here. Yeah, I got a little hook, I guess, for the seatbelt. Yep, some tie downs back here in case you do latch the seat down. So, yeah, I mean, plenty of room back here.
And you got cup holders. It looks like you have
2.
Oh, you have asymmetrical cup holders.
Yep.
You have 2 on one side, 1 on the other.
Yep. This only fits
Interesting.
2 in this third row.
Okay.
That's one thing that we noticed.
You want out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
can
also
get it.
like the 2-tone color on the seats.
The white bottoms,
The
kind
white
of dark
bottoms and
gray
the gray
top is a
tops, I
neat
really
design
like that.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I've never seen that. So those are these heated too here?
No.
They look like they would be, but
I
they're not.
believe on a higher trim level you can get them heated.
Gotcha. All right. But the second row does have heated
Yeah,
seats.
which I'll go ahead and lock that at least back in place so it doesn't move
go.
around. Come around back. This is one of the more polarizing parts of the car to me.
Yes. You didn't like this. My wife loved it. I'm indifferent.
I like it in press photos, but seeing it in real life, I'm just not 100% sold on it. Again, pixels everywhere. You've got this gigantic pixel light bar. Also, in press photos, I thought this car was taller.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
Like, I wasn't expecting to have been able to see the roof.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, styling is subjective. I think it's fine.
Yep.
It's not my favorite. Come around here, spell out really largely, Ioniq 9.
Yep.
You got your tailgate release. Look at that. Pixel.
Yep.
Pop that. Also kind of like the Hyundai logo built into the glass like that.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. Pop that open. See, you've got a pretty standard trunk size for a 3-row SUV. Got a bunch of stuff back here. Sorry. You can see you've got buttons here. You can drop the third row.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the second row.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then I guess you just pull these.
Yep. So plenty of. Look at that. That's a lot of
all
room.
the seats down.
You got plenty of room.
Got tons of room.
You need to bring a piece of plywood or something in here. Plenty of room.
Also neat. You see there, you have a switch here to drop the tailgate from inside the car, as well as having the button here. And I believe the reason for that would be like car camping.
Yep.
So that if you're in the car, you could shut it up and lock it. Because you have utility mode in here that'll keep climate on and stuff. Super cool.
Yep.
You can also see this one has the included new EVSE. I'll show it to you a little bit because it's going to spoil what we're going to talk about next.
That's right.
And pure.
And pure.
And this is the big news.
Not you should see nose on Hyundais, are you?
Nope.
Yep. Looks like a Tesla charger.
It's a perfect time. Let's go around the corner.
Yep. Let's go around the corner and check out the charge port.
Also, like on the, if you show it off real quick on the tailgate, you have a button to close and lock the vehicle,
Gotcha.
which is nice.
You have pixels down there for your
Reverse lights.
reverse lights.
You also see your reflectors are pixels,
Yep.
because of course,
Gotta have pixels.
you got pixels to open the door. Okay, Hyundai Kia stuff hates to let me in the charge port.
Gotta open
There
the
you go.
door. There you go.
Native NACS.
Yep. Look at that.
So, like we mentioned at the beginning, this has a bigger battery, 110 kilowatt hours, versus it's like 99.8 in the EV9 currently. I would expect the EV9 is going to get the big battery. It just hasn't yet. Because of that, this peaks at around 230, 240 kilowatts, whereas EV9 currently peaks at right around like 200, 210, just because voltage is slightly higher on this. But native NACS can charge at Tesla superchargers. However, since current Tesla superchargers, V3 and the V4 sites that are out there as of filming are actually just V3 cabinets on V4 posts. Don't support high voltage vehicles like
So you're
this
going to
one.
pull the same 95 kilowatts?
So it's better.
Yeah.
It's like 125.
Okay, got you.
Because they have updated the booster on this and EV9.
Got you.
But it's still about half of what you can pull.
But it's going to hold that.
True.
Yeah, because it's going to
But
hold
it's
that.
about half of what you could pull from a actual like an Electrify America or when V4 superchargers do actually start coming around. Anyway, you have your pixels here that also communicate charge status. So you can see right now it's showing 2 banks, which I would think communicates 50%, but we're actually at like 30%.
Yep.
So
we're actually below 30%, yeah.
also, to disconnect charging nozzle, unlock a vehicle.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll pull that. I hit that earlier. I thought it would close it. Oh, it closed it that
There you
time. There you go. Coming around here, again, not much else to look at on the outside other than you can just kind of get a that far back hero shot. Let's go look at the front. This is more fun stuff up front.
So double tap it and it'll unlock it.
Yep.
Opens and unlocks it. You have the Hyundai logo up here too as well, but like Sebastian said, look at those really cool pixel lights. I'd really like to see what this looks like at night driving.
Oh yeah.
That would look really cool, I think. As you can see, you do get a small frunk. Ooh, a little box.
Yeah. So pop that open. You got your also tire mobility kit. You also have your emergency frunk release in case someone got in the frunk.
Which would be kind of hard because it's small.
Yep. We'll pop this open. And you can see in here we've got CCS to NACS adapter.
Yes, we do.
We also have a NACS to J1772 adapter.
There.
Welcome to the adapter verse. We also have a USB-C port for all of those.
A very meaty USB-C.
100-watt USB-Cs.
Yes.
Anyway, this case seems big. I wonder if it's also supposed to have a vehicle to load adapter in it.
Yep.
And maybe that's just missing on this one for some reason.
Yep. Or remember if it's back in that other stuff back there, we just didn't see
Maybe.
it.
But yeah, tire mobility kit, you also see here, you have your opening here. It says for your 12-volt battery. You've got your cabin air filter. Love how easy that is on these cars.
We did a whole video on how you replace it on the EV6. It's super
And
easy.
it looks like it's just as easy on these,
Yep.
which is awesome. Anyway, that's right before we go back inside. Let's just take one final look at the outside of this car because, you know.
Look at that.
It's interesting, that's for certain. It looks like nothing else on the road.
Yep. It has that van slope look in the back.
Yeah.
You know?
I won't say what I said.
Yep.
I won't say what I thought.
It has that van slope look, kind of gravity-ish.
Your wife said it kind of reminds her of like a Volvo.
Yes.
Like a Volvo wagon, but bigger.
Yep.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yes.
But anyway, let's hop in. Let's
hop
look
in.
at the interior because that's a highlight.
Let's do it. All right, Sebastian, we are inside. Let's give us a tour.
Yeah, so just first things first. Feels really nice in here.
It does.
I like it. There's some stuff like up here on the doors that's maybe not the nicest quality plastic, but it feels pretty good.
So
I'm gonna turn the
roomy.
car on because I'm hot.
Yep.
Which is a weird situation. Why does this still have a start button? Why haven't we moved on yet? Anyway, start it.
A lot of cars still have the start button.
I know,
Yeah.
but then we see so many that are moving away from it. It just makes sense. Anyway, you've got this weird protrusion from the column, and your start button is right here. Foot on the brake, start. Air conditioning, yay. And so yeah, now that everything is on, let's just take a look.
Yep.
So, climate menu here. All controls, however, this is a screen, so it's not like real buttons, but appreciate how easy it is to like come in here. Ventilated seats, boom, boom. You got heated steering wheel, you got your fan control, auto, sync, you got knobs for it. Also appreciate having physical controls for your infotainment. Gosh, lost the word, sorry. You got volume knob, tuners, home, map.
On the older Ioniq models, you'd have to toggle between the two.
Kind of, well, that's EV6.
EV6
the
and
Ioniq models were a little bit there was just kind of a very basic climate menu type deal. You can also look down here, you have your USB-C for data to the radio. You also have 100-watt max USB-C ports again.
2 of them.
And a 12-volt outlet that has this weirdly complicated springy mechanism. You also have a tray here. There's where you put your key if your key is dead for some reason. You've got another pocket down there that I don't think you would ever be able to get anything out of.
It's open here, so it makes it feel more roomier.
Yep. Got your cup holders, wireless phone charger. Your phone does have to be centered on this pad to charge, which is a little odd because it's so far back here. I imagine your phone's just going to slide around on it and not actually charge. Anyway, you've got buttons here for drive modes, hill descent, parking button, parking sensor, and cameras. We'll show that off here in a minute. Again, you can pop this open. And you got that same center console as before. Same tray that goes all the way down to the bottom.
Here we got a glove box.
You also have a little shelf above it. Nice. And yeah, you've got this like, it's not wood,
No.
but it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Let's pop in, look at infotainment. Can you see that okay?
We may need to drive it around for a minute. We're getting a little glare there, so. Yeah, just swing a U.
Good time you can see the cameras, see how 360 works. Pop that in drive.
Get us some shade, Sebastian. There we go.
Better?
Better, yes.
Okay. Can't actually tell if that's any better, but
Yeah, we'll go with it.
we're flipped completely in the other direction. All right.
Yes.
So looking in here, this is Hyundai's CCS system that we've seen before on the Ioniq 5N. It's on the refresh Ioniq 5, and it's on the EV9, refresh EV6, and now it's here.
Yeah.
This has some goodies in here that we can't show off, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But just kind of look at home screen. You got your map, you got your radio, you got your EV menu. Let's go ahead and pop into EV menu. This is very similar to what we saw in EV9, where you kind of have your range, nearby stations, one tap, on-demand battery preconditioning. Love it.
We're actually going to use that
And
a
it
little
actually
bit.
says that we don't need to, that the battery's already fine. Cool. And you get your energy use. Nice. You can also swipe, and now you see the traditional Hyundai where it kind of shows you a range bar.
Yep.
We're at 26% now, by the way. You can click in here. You've got your EV history, range history, usage stats, etc. Ooh, battery health.
That's interesting.
Cool.
Displays the current battery capacity compared to when it was new. Interesting. So I guess we haven't driven far enough. Yeah, this only has 17 miles on it, so we can't calculate anything yet. So
May result in fewer hours of use, but that's a weird way to communicate that. Anyway, and distance traveled since battery health was last updated. Nice. That's really cool.
Yep.
And real-time charging info. So if you go to this screen while you're charging, it'll actually show you how much energy you're putting in, how much of that's going to the battery, etc. Pretty cool. We'll check that out later. You can come in here, you can set up your charging schedules, so you can do your departure charging, you can do your AC charge current. I'm gonna actually bump this up a little bit so it blows less hard. You got your charging limit, so you can set an individual limit for DC charging and AC charging. Nice. This does have a 48 amp onboard charger for AC charging. And you got your vehicle to low settings, so it looks like you can let it run all the way down to 20%.
Yep.
Which I'd like to see a little lower, but at least it has it. Come in here, let's see, swipe over, you got your typical CCNC stuff.
First thing, CCNC, a huge upgrade over their original.
Yes, and this seems snappier than it was in the EV9 when we drove it last year. But yeah, typical CCNC stuff. You've got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is an improvement over the original EV6 and Ioniq 5, which was wired only. I mean, you've got this typical kind of Hyundai Blue Link stuff where you have weather and sports and things like that. Not a whole lot I want to get into there. Let's see, hop into settings. Let's see if there's anything fun. Go vehicle, driver's assistance. So we've got driver attention, we've got drive convenience, smart cruise control of HDA, nice, with lane change assist, and it'll automatically adjust the cruise control based on speed limits. Nice, love to see it. Come in here, driver safety, you've got your forward collision, cross traffic. We'll put lane keep on. Don't know why that's always turned off. Didn't hit that button I meant to. Parking safety, so it does automatically pop up your parking sensors and cameras if you start getting close to anything. We took this into a car wash earlier because it was filthy, and it immediately came up with cameras and was like, whoa!
A lot of beep, 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 beeps.
There was a lot of beep, beep, beeps. Car flatlined for a minute there, is scary. Yeah, so you can have it warn you on speed limit, or you can have it assist to where it'll keep you at that speed. I'll just keep it on that. You can also offset the speed limit, which is nice. Come in here, you got drive mode settings, so you can change how you want it to feel in the My Drive mode. So do you want normal brakes, sport brakes? Do you want it to alert you when you change the drive mode up here on this screen? It does tell you on the gauge cluster. You can also, if you're in eco mode, it will decrease your climate control to safe range. Lights. Oh, we have ambient lighting in here. Nice.
You do. We saw it earlier in the back seat.
You can change color here. You've got all this, and then you can also just
kind of see it a little bit down there.
Anyway, but yeah, pretty neat. And you can come in here and you can have a whole wheel of colors you can pick from. Accidentally somehow. There we go. Okay. You also have your turn signals, welcome light, headlight delay, all the normal stuff you would expect. Auto lock and unlock, which is nice. Well, actually, that's just auto lock when you put it in gear. I thought it was going to be auto lock like my car does, where you get out, if there's no keys in it, it locks.
Gotcha.
2-press remote, unlock on approach, power lift gate. Yeah, see, that's little things like that that's missing. It's like, what the heck? Rear occupant, wireless charger, auto rear wiper. All right, I don't think there's too much else in here I want to talk about. Let's go. What's an EV setup? Oh, that's where we already were. Yep. So yeah, battery preconditioning. So this is utility mode I mentioned before. So this will keep things
camp mode. As people who have Teslas, it's called camp mode, basically.
Right. Yeah. Not dog mode.
Okay.
Don't use this for animals, for pets, or anything like that. But you can put it in utility mode. It'll keep things like climate control on. You can dim the interior lighting, stuff like that, so that if you were like camping in the car, then it would be fine. And when you take it out of utility mode, it does turn the car off. You have smart regen, which you can see, huge improvement. Yes. So it did not stay in iPedal Max, but it did stay in level 3.
Gotcha.
So a huge improvement. This car keeps whatever iPedal settings you were in between drive cycles.
Gotcha.
It doesn't automatically reset like the Kia EV6,
which is one of the things I can't stand about my Kia EV6.
You also get plug and charge now.
Good.
I think you had that before, but supports it nonetheless. Let's see, anything else cool in here? Not really. So let's talk about this map. So I complain about this every time we borrow one of these Hyundai Kia vehicles, and that is, this has route planning, and from what I've heard, it is way better on this car than it is on EV9, Ioniq 5, EV6, where we can't show it to you.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening is like, it just immediately tells it you need Blue Link.
Yeah.
And if you tell it no, it will give you a direction, which is nice.
Yep.
Charging required. Cool.
Yep.
And all it will let you do is search stations.
Yeah.
And so now you can see, I actually have it sorted by name, but it's like half a mile. I'm not going to stop in half a mile. Like, give me an actual route.
And we see that with a lot of cars that review, that we can't really get to some of those settings because we don't have.
Yeah, I don't think route planning should be locked behind your whether or not you have a data plan.
Yeah.
That's such a basic function, especially if you're going to have a navigation system. Anyway, I'll quit griping. But you can come in here, and if I remember right, there should be settings to go. Oh, does it not even show you the EV features in here? Wow. Okay. Never mind. You're supposed to be able to, on these now, actually set minimum state of charge on arrival and things like that. Whereas, before, Hyundai Kia route planners would love to get you to a charger at 50% for some reason. Now you can actually tell, hey, I want to get to a charger at 20%. Things like that. But I can't show it to you, so
but it's
it is what it is. It's allegedly there. We'll come out of here. Not a whole lot else I really want to talk about here. You
Turn
do have
Bluetooth on in your mobile device.
Oh, wow, she was loud.
You do have the ability to come in here. You can do driver profiles, things like that. Otherwise, it works pretty much the same. Oh, you still have passenger talk in here, so now I can hear myself in the back. I hate that.
It's a feature that I probably know. A lot of cars have it. A lot of people never use that feature. So yeah,
it's like if you want to yell at the kids, you turn around and yell at them, right?
Yes.
You do quiet mode, which lowers all your volumes. Also turns off your speakers. That's really nice when you have a small, like an actual small child who's taking a nap.
Sleeping in the back, and they want to hear beep 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 beep.
And you don't want to hear, like, you want to be able to play music in the front and it not disturb them. Really good feature. I actually really like that on the Hyundais. Otherwise, not a whole lot else to talk about here. You can take a quick look at the gauge cluster. This is like the other Hyundais. There's not a lot going on. You can see it does show you your range on the side, and it gives you a max and min feature. This also will actively
you noticed it while
you're driving around, and it recalculates too as you switch drive modes. So now we say 70 miles, it's back to 72, throw it in eco, 75. And you can see it also slightly changes your gauge design when you do that. So sport mode goes all red and fancy. My drive is the same as normal. You can tap in on this dial though, and now you have terrain modes. So you can do snow mode, mud,
sand. Let's take it on the beach.
And sand. And you can see when I do this, if you want to try to show that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Probably not.
When I switch between these drive modes,
it blinks, we can see it.
You can see it actually changes the color on these LEDs, which is kind of neat. And so like when I go to sport, oh, it's all red.
Yep.
It's purple. It's white. It's green. Anyway, kind of cool little ways it communicates. I'm going to put it back in normal. And otherwise, not a whole lot of else. Hyundai Kia stuff, they don't usually let you configure these displays very much. You can show your driver's assistance. You can show your power distribution, tire pressures, trip computer stuff, and you can show navigation, and that's it.
Yep.
Not anything else.
What we have up here
is what it is. You've got your ambient light, or not ambient lighting, your interior lighting. Some of these are capacitive. You tap here. You can also tap that, turn all of them on. Yep. You've got your Blue Link SOS button.
Roof.
No glass roof on this trim level, is available on higher trim levels. No digital mirror camera. I believe EV9 had one, didn't it?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
yep.
Move on. Let's see. You got your mirrors. You got a light on the mirror. Automatically turns on. Nice. But you get a mirror.
I get a mirror. Of course I do.
You do. Good.
See, look at me. But I'm just shocked by how much room there is. I mean, you just look back there.
Yeah.
It's a long car.
And like these cooled seats feel good.
Yep.
I have no reason to use heated seats today. Nope. So can't tell you how those feel. Yeah, the cooled seats feel good. Like everything you kind of immediately touch feels fine.
Yep.
I don't love the Hyundai leather that much. It kind of has a bit of an oily feel to me. That said, it's far from the worst.
Yeah.
And I love the number of USB-C ports you get in here.
Yes.
That is awesome. And the fact that they're all 100 watt.
Yes.
Is excellent, because that means you can charge things like laptops.
Especially with us, when we're out doing stuff like this, we could charge cameras and gimbals and things like that. So,
or like if you're having like someone in the back who's working on a laptop, they can plug that in. Or if you have your kids in the back and they have something like a Steam Deck or a Switch 2 or something that's a higher power device. 100
watt is nice if you have a laptop.
That's really, that's way better than the 10, 15 watts you would usually get in a car.
Yep.
I'm super pumped that we're starting to see cars actually like throw that stuff in here. Don't have a whole lot else I want to talk about. These are power seats, which is nice. Can do all the typical things like, ooh, I have lumbar. Ooh,
look at that.
Got, again, powerful mirrors, your window switches and stuff is normal. You got your power child locks, which is a nice feature. You can open your charge port from here. You can open the front, open the trunk, and you can adjust your gauge illumination. Not a whole lot else to talk about.
You ready to get on the road?
Weird shifter, twist for drive.
It's a bop it.
Twist for reverse. Ooh, it vibrates.
You like that?
Ooh.
It's almost like haptic.
Interesting. Push the in for park, and again, start stop. All right, let's get camera set up. Let's take it for a spin.
Let's go take it for a spin. All right, Sebastian is behind the wheel. I'm in the passenger seat. We're driving down to Franklin charging because we are at 25%, which means we get to do a charging test in this car.
Yeah, and he has chargers that can do 280 kilowatts now.
Yeah.
Which should be more than this vehicle needs.
Yeah, we should be excited about that. So Sebastian, this is your first time driving it. I kind of drove it around. You know, we were just like a minute from the dealership where we filmed. What do you think?
Yeah, so from what I remember so far, it feels very similar to driving EV9. It's pretty quiet, or at least initially feels pretty quiet in here. And like the seat is comfortable. The cooled seats are working amazing right now.
Yep.
And
so 320 miles of range.
Yeah.
It charges great, so great car for road tripping.
Yes.
So yeah.
Should be.
And you get the Tesla network.
Yep.
So yeah.
And yeah, so kind of on that subject to when we're talking about power, like power in this feels fine. This is actually one of the slower ones.
Yeah.
So this is all-wheel drive. So the S and SE, I believe, are standard rear-wheel drive. Okay. This is all-wheel drive, but it's only like 300-something horsepower. The Limited goes up to 400-something horsepower.
Gotcha.
And is also all-wheel drive only.
Yep.
Which is interesting. But I mean, this feels fine. You know, I think if I remember right, the rear-wheel drive EV9 felt kind of like a dog. It doesn't have much power.
It didn't have that get up and go to it.
It's pretty slow. I mean, I think 0 to 60 minutes like 8 seconds.
Yep.
Which is pretty gnarly, or it might be like 7 anyway. But in an EV world, that's slow. That's really not that slow. Anyway, I digress. We're out here now. We have HDA turned on, which should be letting us do. Oh yeah, it's definitely doing lane centering.
Yes.
It is a hands-on system, so it will complain to me here in a second that I need to put my hands on. However, I want to know, is this a capacitive wheel or not?
Capacitive or torque? That's always the question in these reviews. I would guess, having an EV6, that it's going to be torque.
Yeah.
But I may be wrong. They may have changed it. It really hasn't asked you to grab the steering wheel.
It has not asked me yet.
There it goes. Oh my gosh.
It is capacitive.
I was
Holy
wrong.
smokes. Nice.
Capacitive.
Yeah, so we're just doing like, actually we're doing 53.
So explain to people watching, what's the difference between capacitive and torque?
Yeah, so torque basically requires you to have some like actual input on the wheel to keep it,
kind of have
to let it know. So you have to kind of have some shudder to it, which is honestly usually how people who are driving will operate, because your body doesn't stay perfectly stiff and still, right? Yeah. Especially in your car when you're going over bumps and things like that. You're gonna put some torque in the wheel. Yep. However, a capacitive wheel gives you the ability to you just kind of have to you can actually just lightly rest your hand on the wheel and let the car do most of the driving.
Yep.
which
I will say
really
this lane centering feels a whole lot better than the EV6 lane centering, which had a tendency to ping pong you back and
Right.
forth. This feels, for what the little bit you used it for, a whole lot better than that.
Yeah. I'm excited to get on the other highway and get out from behind this box truck who's doing 45 miles an hour.
But yeah, the seats are cold. It's not a overpowering cooling seat.
Mm-mm.
It's just enough to. We've been in some cold seats that kind of blow you up out of them. But yeah.
But yeah, this is a really interesting car to me. Joel, you have spent time in this and EV9 now.
Yep.
Which one would you pick?
See, I like the design of this better than the EV9. I
Okay.
just like the more sleek look as compared to more of the box brick look of the EV9. But Kia's got some great styling too. So, I think you're going to pick the EV9 probably.
I want this interior and like these features and such in an EV9 shell.
See, I would agree with you. I like the exterior of this car better. Let me rephrase. I like the exterior probably a little bit better of the EV9, but I like the interior of this a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want the best of both worlds, Sebastian.
Which, I mean, you can have. Also, forgot to point out, I do really like, it just automatically re-engaged HDA. I didn't even hit a button. Heck yeah. Because we just were out of HDA for a while.
Yep.
And then
On
it
that
just
little
immediately, boom, right back.
And it does
Now,
speed. And you do have cameras that pop up on the.
yeah, that's what I was getting to before I got distracted. Yeah. You have your blind spot cameras, which is really nice. Really like being able to turn the signal on and it show me what's beside me. And if I remember right, this should do auto lane changes.
That was quick.
And it was, well, there was no one around us, which helped. But yeah, auto lane changes. We're right back in the lane, and we're still steering.
Still a 65 too.
Still doing 63 miles an hour, 65 miles of range left. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Like, that is easy peasy.
Yep.
I like it. This thing drives awesome. This would be a really good road trip.
This would be a nice road
especially
tripper.
now that you have 320 miles of range.
Yes.
And you can still charge at 200 and something kilowatts. It's
Yep.
like 20, I think they claim 24 minutes, 10 to 80, because it's a 110 kilowatt hour battery
Yep.
pack. That's why it's a little longer.
I read
than
that this
EV9.
morning. It was 24. Yeah.
It's like 3 minutes longer than EV9.
Yeah.
Big whoop. That said, these cars typically have awesome charge curves.
They do.
Stay pretty dang flat, pretty dang easy to live with, and they're pretty repeatable, especially now that you have on-demand preconditioning.
Yeah. I mean, our last video we did testing out one of our NACS adapters with my wife's Kia EV6. It was at what, 47%, and it held 125 kilowatts the whole way to 80, didn't it? Yeah. So.
And I especially also love, which I forgot to show off while we did the infotainment. I've just mapped this start button.
Yep.
To pull up the EV menu so that I can, boom, battery preconditioning, which we don't need to right now.
Yep.
But like in the winter or whatever, if you're not navigating, because this does on-route preconditioning if you have Blue Link. But if you don't have Blue Link and you want to precondition, you can map the star on your steering wheel to automatically pull up the EV menu. And you have like a 2-tap situation to precondition.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Every car should have on-demand preconditioning.
the GM stuff,
Yes.
you can do on-route and on-demand preconditioning, but on-demand preconditioning and the GM stuff, you have to go through a couple menus because it's Android and you have to scroll and all that jazz.
Yep.
The fact that this is two clicks and you're there is kind of awesome.
Just checking out some of the things here. Those are the bars, departure, AC, and then your battery. There you go.
Yeah. And so far, I mean, this isn't probably super accurate, but since last charged, it has averaged 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour.
It should be higher than that.
It should be higher than that. I'm assuming a lot of that is time sitting, idling.
It only has 23 miles on it, too,
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, I'm excited to get up here soon at JT's and give it a charge.
Yes, we're going to pop off the exit here, get all of our stuff out, do a charging test on this. We expect to be good, so we'll see you in a bit. All right, as you can see, we have made it to Franklin Charging here in Little Rock. We apologize if it gets a little loud, but we are literally about 10 yards from the freeway here. So, all right, Sebastian, let's do a little charging test on this.
Yeah, so first off, JT, I love you. 280 kilowatts, baby.
There we go.
Heck yeah. So, we've got our Hyundai provided CCS to NACS adapter, which claims to be rated for 1,000 volts, 350 amps. I'm going to take our cable here. Interesting, these have 2 different labels on them. Phoenix Contact and Charge Point. Anyway, doesn't matter. Take that, pop it on the adapter here, put it in the NACS port. We are communicating with EV. I'm going to need to tap my card once it tells me. Authenticate. Authorizing, waiting for EV. Let's see if we just work. Let's see what we ramp up to. Yeah, the charge port's a little in your way, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around to the other side.
Okay.
So we gotta look at this car here, kind of walk around to the other side.
Ignore my parking.
If you've never been to JT's, awesome place to charge here in Little Rock. It's actually got a little place near you, go to the bathroom, get some
Hurry,
drinks.
you're missing the ramp.
I'm missing the ramp, I'm coming.
17. Honestly, like a 20-second handshake. That wasn't bad.
That was a quick handshake.
And now we're gonna slowly ramp. 40, 43. You can see the car, that's all the car's asking for as it ramps, EV limited.
Yep.
So we'll let it keep rocking up here, 60.
Look at that voltage.
This is a really slow ramp, wow. 80, 90. It's kind of like watching paint dry. But I mean, it's still just steady.
Yep, going up.
Come on, baby. Give me my 350 amps. I mean, hey, 150 kilowatt though.
Yep. 270 amps, 600 volt. Woo!
Come on, baby. 182, 189, 90.
We put in about what, 25, 24% state of charge, I think?
23.
23, oh, that's on the screen. Duh, Joel.
210, 213.
Look at that.
We're about to settle in. Here we go. 345 amps, 220 kilowatts. Yep.
These screens don't like you, Sebastian, do they?
No, they really don't. These are brand new.
Yeah. There
we
it
go.
is.
No. So yeah, so 220 kilowatts. This will increase as pack voltage increases to that around 230, 240-ish range. But yeah, immediately full power. Now it's warm outside. It's not cold or anything. But heck yeah, been here 2 minutes. We've already put almost 5 kilowatt hours in. Heck yeah.
This is how all EVs need to fast charge.
Also, I do like on these new units, charge curve.
Look at that curve.
You can see the car's asking for 222. It's giving it 221. We're all good. We're EV limited because the charger can give 280.
Yep.
But yeah, I love that you can actually pull charge curves off these now. So yeah, we'll let it charge for a little while here, just for fun.
Yep.
We'll do a quick clip and then we'll head back to the dealer and do final thoughts.
Okay, we're going to give you a quick little view here of what the charging stats looks like from inside the car. Sebastian?
Yeah, so just actually before we even do that, we got here at 23%. We've been charging for 7 minutes, 51%, 12 minutes 80.
So what's that, 20%? That's like what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
To go from
23 to 80. That's not bad. But this is kind of neat. If you go here to your AV screen, and we'll go down here to the little graph, you can come down here, real-time charging. So you can see the charger right now is giving us 236 kilowatts. 225 kilowatts is going into the battery, and the car is only asking for 226.
And we're at 53%.
And we're at 53%.
Gosh.
That's pretty sweet.
That's how all cars should charge. Yes.
And so the difference between that's going to be for things like we have climate control running.
Yep.
There's just inherent losses when you charge at that speed, but still, that's awesome.
Yep.
And I love that you get that information in there too. And then yeah, I'm really curious to see as some of these actually get miles on them, what this actually looks like. I actually really like that they do communicate it though, because I think that's a really important thing for an EV owner to know and understand. You know, why is my car getting whatever range, whatever. To be able to actually see that number on your screen, I think is huge.
Yep.
But yeah, this is super cool. I think we can probably go out and unplug here in a minute, although it feels such a waste to unplug when it hasn't tapered.
I know.
We're still pulling the same charge speed.
And now we're down to 10 minutes.
That we were when we plugged in 30% ago.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. All right. So we'll join you here in a second. I guess we'll wait till this is finished charging and then come back and give you our final thoughts. All right, so we decided to, while this is waiting here for the next 10 minutes to finish charging, we do our final thoughts. Sebastian, go ahead and go first.
Yeah. So I don't love the way it looks. It's not egregious. I would still buy one.
Yeah.
But I like the way the EV9 looks more. That said, this feels much better inside. This thing's charge is awesome.
Yeah. I think the ride quality was better than this in the EV9 from what I remember.
Okay.
Too.
It's been too long for me to make that direct comparison. But I mean, it rode great. It drives great. The driver's assistance felt pretty good. The software still has some quirks and bugs to it that I don't love. However, it's way improved.
Yes.
and it still supports CarPlay.
Yeah.
So you can also just use your phone. And it's a good large display. It's pretty bright. Like, that stuff's nice. The charging features are great. It's actually pulling right now 240 kilowatts.
240 kilowatts at 60%.
It's still going up
Yes.
as we charge, just because voltage is rising.
Yep.
That's awesome. Oh, I actually really like, you can't show it, but
Yep.
it communicates your charge status on these little steering wheel LEDs too. That's neat.
Which are pixels?
Which are pixels, of course. But yeah, super impressed with this. This is a really good entry.
Yeah. For its first model, yes. I mean, thinking about they're only going to make improvements on this over the years, but this is a really nice. It feels a little, like I said, more luxurious than the EV9 does on the inside. So it feels a little bit more. And Hyundai kind of has that little step above, Kia when it comes to luxury and things like that. But I'm very impressed. I mean, just simple things like the 100 watt max charging for USB-C. Just little things like that matter, especially if you have the kids in the car and they're always running their devices down to zero, quickly charge them and things like that. I love the interior of the car. Probably one of the things I like the most of the interior car. But like you said, there are some things on the exterior that could be a little bit polarized. Some people may not like the flat back. It has that kind of odd slope to it. It kind of gives it that minivan kind of feel. But all in all, this is great. I mean, the software was a huge improvement. As someone who owns a 2022 Kia EV6, huge improvements in the software.
We just tapered 220 kilowatts at 64%.
Yeah, 64%. We went down to 209 kilowatts.
Well, 220.
220, sorry. Yeah, so just a little. So yeah, I'm very impressed. I want to thank the crew over there at Crain, Hyundai of Little Rock for letting us borrow this for a few hours. Sebastian, anything else before we go?
No, that's it.
All right, so we're going to let it charge here for 8 minutes and then head on back, and we will see you again on another EV Geek Studios review. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification icon so you'll know when new reviews like this come out, and we will see y'all in a bit.